Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to talk some PC game news and updates. A big update on a free upcoming PC title, as we do have a release date for that. Exciting stuff there. Major remakes are in the works over at Capcom, and these are, of course, Resident Evil games. Definitely some exciting notes there. Capcom, think of what you want of them. They've been pretty consistent as far as their game quality output, and pretty notable release as well by one Ubisoft at the end of this video. I know everybody doesn't love Ubisoft, but a pretty cool title in early access right now. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, Zenless Zone Zero is officially dropping on July the 4th. This is the latest title from one Hoyoverse. Obviously, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, the people that are into these games are really into these games, but definitely one that I think will get a lot of traction. It will be available on the Epic Game Store. Alternatively, it'll be available on its own client as well. I don't know why they don't drop it on Steam. It's kind of interesting because Epic Game Store seems to get access to a lot of these games, like Zenless Zone Zero. Genshin's on the Epic Game Store, and then Wuthering Waves is on the Epic Game Store as well. If I had to guess, I imagine it's a combination of maybe Epic Game Store paying some sort of fee, but also because the split between Epic Game Store and the publisher is so attractive, and these games live and die off of those microtransactions, and these games are raking in a killing off the microtransactions, that I would imagine that becomes incredibly attractive as well, where on Steam, if you are potentially giving them 30% of that microtransaction revenue, yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. But I don't know exactly, that's just my speculation. The game notes don't go into the hollows. I know there are other resources in the hollows, bizarre creatures, even ruins of the old civilizations. Dual identities, a singular experience in the near future, a mysterious natural disaster known as hollows has occurred. A new kind of city has emerged in this disaster-ridden world, New Eridu. This last oasis has mastered the technology to coexist with hollows and is home to a whole host of chaotic, boisterous, dangerous, and very active factions. As a professional proxy, you play a crucial role in linking the city and the hollows. Your story awaits. Build your squad and fight fast-paced battles. Zenless Zone Zero is an all-new 3D action game from Hoyoverse, here to provide a thrilling combat experience. Build a squad of up to 3 and begin your assault with basic and special attacks. Dodge and parry to neutralize your opponent's counterattacks, and when they're stunned, unleash a powerful combo of chain attacks to finish them off. Remember, different opponents have different traits, and it would be prudent to use their weakness to your advantage. Immerse yourself in the unique style and music. Zenless Zone Zero has a unique visual style and design with its carefully crafted character expressions and fluid movements. You'll easily feel immersed in the fascinating world as you embark on your own journey, and of course, every VIP deserves their very own soundtrack. You'll also have emotional beats full of drip to accompany you in each unforgettable moment, and then various factions and stories entwined. Random play can't operate without videotapes, and proxies can't operate without agents. In New Eridu, customers from all walks will come knocking, so don't be fooled by their innocent and cute appearances. Don't be afraid of those who tower over you and look dangerous, and don't turn away the fluffy ones who might shed fur all over your spotless floor. Go and talk with them, learn about their unique experiences, and allow them to become your friends and allies. After all, this is a long path, and with only your companions will you be able to walk far. The game, again, is officially dropping for free in July 4th to be exact. It will be available on iOS as well as Android, and then also available on the PlayStation Store. So you'll be able to check it out on a plethora of different platforms, and again, wish the game was available on Steam, but what can you do? Again, my thought process and my speculation is that the split between Steam and Hoyoverse would be at a level that maybe Hoyoverse isn't comfortable with. I don't know if Epic Game Store is paying as well. Don't know what the deal is there. Moving on from that, it is reported that Resident Evil Zero and Code Veronica are the next titles that will be remade by Capcom, and on top of that, Resident Evil 9 is waiting in the wings. This was first reported by Dusk Golem, who said remakes of Resident Evil Zero and Code Veronica are in development right now, and then IGN can corroborate that Zero and Code Veronica are the next 2 Resident Evil remakes scheduled to release. Capcom obviously has yet to come, and I imagine Resident Evil 9 is going to get announced here shortly, because I do believe that's going to be an early 2025 game. Just makes all the sense in the world, and generally speaking, these Resident Evil games do come out in the first portion of the year. Resident Evil Village was May. Resident Evil Biohazard was January. Resident Evil 2 was January. Resident Evil 3 was March. And then Resident Evil 4 Remake was March as well. So it's always in the first 6 months or so of the year, and usually the first 3 months of the year. Resident Evil Village was the only one that came out a little bit later. I think Resident Evil Village was May. It might have been March. I believe it was May, though. But those are exciting. Zero and Code Veronica, especially Code Veronica, I think is going to get a lot of people excited. Code Veronica is one of those games that people really do love and think nostalgically of it. Resident Evil 0 is one of those games that really could use a remake, so that'll be quite nice as well. Capcom has been super, super consistent with their Resident Evil output. I thought Village was great. I thought RE2 Remake was phenomenal. I thought RE4 Remake was tremendous. RE3 as a remake, I get it that people don't like it. I still thought it was fine. Definitely was a robbery at $60, but thought it was a fine game. But yeah, hopefully they do good work with Code Veronica and Zero. Lastly, I do want to note, Evil Empire and Ubisoft's Rogue of Prince of Persia, I should say the Rogue Prince of Persia, is available in early access right now. This is the latest Prince of Persia title, really not similar to a lot of other Prince of Persia games. Now, to be fair, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown just came out, and that was very much a Metroidvania and a little bit different than other Prince of Persia titles. This one notes, jump into this action roguelite installment in the Prince of Persia series as you flow between death-defying platforming and acrobatic combat as the prince himself battle through the capital city again and again with one goal, find a way to save Persia from a Hun invasion wielding a dark magic. Currently, the game's got a mostly positive reception, 203 user reviews, 75% positive, and no need for Ubisoft Connect. I think that is probably the element that'll get people the most excited. The game is $19.99, but is enjoying a launch discount, 10% off for $17.99, and it will be in early access for a little bit. We want to work with the player community to create the best version of this game that we can. We believe that we have created a great core of the game, and we have our plans to expand upon it, but we know that the invaluable impact of directly involving the players, early access will let us arrive at version 1.0 with the best experience possible. We worked for over 4 years on post-release updates and DLC of another action roguelite. I'm sure you guys know what that game is. That also went through early access. We've seen under the hood of one of the best roguelites out there and appreciate how effective early access and the importance of open communication between the dev team and the players can be. We want the same thing for the Rogue of Prince of Persia. I guess, they don't want to mention Dead Cells by name. Why not just mention Dead Cells by name? That's not really that big of a deal, I don't think. I guess Ubisoft doesn't want extra promotion. I don't know. That's just a little strange to me. We plan to be in early access for around a year, probably a little bit longer. Of course, we have our plans for extra content, but the whole point of early access is to work with you, the community. So if we need to take a couple months more to improve the game because you're giving us great suggestions, then we'll do it. That's always been the case with early access titles. So that is available now. Keep it on the wish list, I would say, and then down the line, maybe do check it out. It probably will go up in price, so keep that in mind. Our current plan is to double the amount of content from early access release to 1.0, so we might raise the price to fairly reflect the content of the game as it develops. Of course, any price increase will be communicated well in advance, so that's always generally the case with early access titles. That, again, is available now. But that'll do it for me. Zenless Zone Zero dropping on July the 4th. New free title, going to be a big release in July. Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0 look to be the next Resident Evil remakes that will be released. But Resident Evil 9, I do believe, will be out early next year. And the Rogue Prince of Persia available now on Steam. Go check that out. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.